How I took back my power, exposed my family's greed, and left them begging for forgiveness. Growing up, I was invisible in my own home. My uncle, Richard, adored his son, Lucas, the perfect, charming golden child who could do no wrong. My aunt, Margaret, reinforced this favoritism, ensuring Lucas always had the best opportunities, while I, their late brother's only child, was treated like a burden. Every holiday, every family event, every conversation revolved around Lucas's achievements, while I was barely acknowledged. For years, I endured it. The constant comparisons, the subtle jabs, the blatant favoritism. I was made to feel like I didn't belong in my own family. But I stayed silent, believing that one day, things might change. They never did. The breaking point, a wedding invitation that wasn't meant for me. The final insult came on the day of Lucas's wedding. I received an invitation, but when I arrived at the venue, I was directed, not to a seat at the family table, but to the back corner, near the exit, with the catering staff. Confused, I approached my aunt. There must be a mistake. She barely looked at me. Oh, it's not a big deal, dear. We had to make room for important guests. You understand. Lucas walked past, his tuxedo crisp and perfect, and whispered with a smirk, at least you got invited. I felt my heart shatter. This wasn't just neglect anymore, it was deliberate cruelty. But what they didn't know was that I had one last card to play. The will that changed everything. A few months before Lucas's wedding, my grandfather passed away. My uncle and aunt, assuming everything would go to them, didn't even bother to inform me about the will reading. But my grandfather had left me a letter. And what was inside changed everything. I failed you in life, but I won't fail you in death. Everything is yours. I had no idea that, before he died, my grandfather had a change of heart. He had seen how my uncle and aunt treated me and secretly rewrote his will. The moment of truth, a public humiliation for them. On Lucas's wedding day, right after the ceremony, I stepped forward.